So did 50 Cent knock Mayweather out?
Nope. I didn't knock Floyd out. I should have knocked Floyd out.
Is Ali the same fighter that got beat by a fighter with 7 fights? Every time boxing come on, you don't bring up Muhammad Ali name. You don't bring up Mike Tyson name. You always bring up Floyd Mayweather name.
Welcome back to StarHush, where the tea is always hot and the drama never stops. And let me tell you, this latest update in the 50 Cent versus Floyd Mayweather beef just took a wild turn. Now Mike Tyson has entered the chat, and it looks like Big Meech and Lil Meech might be setting themselves up for disaster. So get this, Big Meech and Lil Meech just locked in a major business deal with Floyd Mayweather and Rick Ross. Now, on the surface, that might seem like a big boss move, but fans are already clowning them online, saying they're about to get played out of every last dollar they have. And honestly, they might not be wrong. See, this partnership comes right after 50 Cent flamed Big Meech for turning his back on him. After everything 50 did, putting Lil Meech in BMF, setting him up in Hollywood, keeping Big Meech's name relevant, Meech still ran straight into the arms of Floyd Mayweather and Rick Ross, 2 of 50's biggest enemies. And as soon as that happened, Lil Meech wasted no time throwing shade, posting pics of him chilling with Floyd like he was making some next level moves. But here's the real gag, this isn't just about Instagram flexing. Meech and his dad are actually putting money into business with Floyd, and if you followed Floyd's history, you already know how this story usually ends. Floyd Mayweather is a businessman, sure, but he's also known for playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. Just ask 50 Cent. These two were once tight, even running the money team together, until Floyd allegedly burned 50 out of millions. That's right. The same Floyd that Meech just went into business with is the same Floyd that left 50 hanging after he invested his own money into his brand. And if that wasn't bad enough, there's already talk that Lil Meech has blown through his BMF money. That Hollywood cash, gone. So if this deal with Floyd doesn't work out, what's left?
It goes on where, it's $300,000 chains being bought and buying a new Lamborghini and all these new things, and I'm sitting there going, yo, when you gonna give me the money?
Because you'd already invested.
Right, like when you gonna give me your half of the money back. But I ain't trying to press him because he just got out of jail, right? So it's like, let him cool his heels.
But hold on, because things just got even wilder. Now, Mike Tyson has stepped into the ring. Not for a fight, but to back up 50 Cent in this messy drama with Big Meech and Lil Meech. Mike is not holding back, and from what he's saying, the Flannery father-son duo might be walking straight into a setup. Apparently, Tyson believes that Meech linking up with Floyd Mayweather is a terrible move. And honestly, he might have a point. Tyson has been around the industry long enough to know a bad deal when he sees one, and he's putting his full support behind 50's decision to wash his hands of the situation. And let's be real. If even Iron Mike is saying Floyd can't be trusted in business, shouldn't that be a major red flag for Big Meech and Lil Meech? So, what exactly did Mike reveal about Floyd? Is Mayweather really about to run off with Meech's money? Because if history has taught us anything, it's that Floyd doesn't make deals unless he's the one walking away richer. Let's get into all the details because this mess is only getting deeper.
I take his kid to school by himself, and he talking about he's great. Greatness is not guarding yourself from the people. Greatness is being accepted by the people. He can't take his kids alone to school by himself. He's a little scared man. He's a very small, scared man. Thanks, sir.
This situation just went from bad to downright explosive because now Big Meech and Lil Meech aren't just linking up with 50 Cent's biggest enemies, they're doing business with them. And to make things even wilder, Mike Tyson just stepped in and picked a side. So let's rewind. We already know that 50 Cent completely cut ties with Big Meech and Lil Meech after finding out they were getting cozy with Rick Ross. And since then, 50 has been going off non-stop, calling Big Meech a snitch, dragging him daily and making it crystal clear that their alliance is dead. But now, Meech and his son are making some big moves. And from the looks of it, they just threw all their loyalty out the window. See, 50 had Meech's back for years. He put money in Lil Meech's pockets, got him into acting school, and even built the whole BMF show around him. But the second that deal fell apart, Meech went running straight into the arms of 50's biggest enemies. And get this, just weeks after Lil Meech texted 50, swearing that he had no love for Rick Ross, he pops up in Miami chilling with him like they're best friends. And it doesn't stop there, because now Big Meech and Lil Meech are also teaming up with Floyd Mayweather, and they're not even trying to be slick about it. Lil Meech posted pictures of himself with Floyd and Ross, captioning it "Real Power," which is an obvious shot at 50 Cent's Power franchise. Then, just a few days later, he took it even further, posting another set of photos with Floyd and Big Meech, but this time, he didn't say a word, just a shushing emoji, like they've got something cooking behind the scenes. Now, the internet is buzzing because sources close to the situation are claiming that Big Meech and Lil Meech aren't just hanging out with Floyd. They're about to go into business with him. But let's be real. Does Floyd Mayweather really care about helping the Flannery family? Or is this just another way to stick it to 50 Cent? Because Floyd has a long history of making business deals that don't end in the other person's favor. And 50? He knows this better than anyone. Now, Mike Tyson has officially entered the chat, and he's making it very clear that he's not feeling Floyd's latest move. Tyson is straight up siding with 50, calling out Floyd and warning Big Meech that he's making a huge mistake. So now the question is Big Meech about to walk into another bad deal? Or is he finally making a power move of his own?
Meech and Lil Meech looks like they are officially partners with Floyd Mayweather. Now they're being very tight-lipped about the venture, but my guess is it is going to be big. Floyd Mayweather is a very, very competitive person, and he will pull out all the stops in his attempt to beat 50 Cent.
We already knew Big Meech and Lil Meech were teaming up with Floyd Mayweather after falling out with 50 Cent. But now, Mike Tyson has officially stepped in, and he's making it clear that he's not rocking with this at all. So here's what's really wild. Nobody even knows what kind of business these three are planning to cook up. They're keeping it real quiet, but fans, they're already roasting Big Meech and his son for even thinking this was a smart move. Because let's be real, Floyd's business history isn't exactly squeaky clean. He's notorious for making deals where the other person walks away with empty pockets. And if you thought this drama couldn't get any more chaotic, Mike Tyson just jumped into the mix. Sources close to Tyson are saying he's standing firmly behind 50 Cent, and he actually agrees that cutting off Big Meech was the right call. According to Mike, the fact that Big Meech and Lil Meech are now riding with Floyd just proves they never had real loyalty to 50 Cent in the first place, and Mike is making it very clear that he doesn't trust Floyd's motives at all. Now, if you're wondering why Mike Tyson is even inserting himself into this mess, you gotta go all the way back because Mike and Floyd have their own history. And trust me, it's not all friendly. See, on the surface, Mike and Floyd always showed respect for each other's careers. But behind the scenes, it was a whole different story. And the tension between them started way back in 2001 when Mike was nearing the end of his legendary boxing career, while Floyd was just starting his climb to that iconic 50-0 record. At first, it looked like they were cool, but then things took a turn for the worse after a shady incident that went down in Las Vegas. Now, here's where it gets crazy. There have been whispers for years that Floyd Mayweather actually played a role in getting Mike Tyson's mansion raided by the police. This was back when Mike was facing accusations of kidnapping and attacking a woman, and word on the street is Floyd may have tipped off the authorities. And from that moment on, Mike never looked at Floyd the same way again. Fast forward to today, and Mike Tyson is sitting back watching Big Meech and Lil Meech cozy up to Floyd, and he's shaking his head. Because in his eyes, this is the worst mistake they could possibly make. So what is Mike Tyson's issue with Floyd Mayweather? Oh, that goes way back, and if you thought their beef was just about boxing, think again. Because the rumors surrounding their fallout in 2001, wild. So here's what people have been whispering about for years. Floyd allegedly played a role in one of the biggest scandals of Mike Tyson's life. See, back in 2001, Mike was already dealing with legal issues when he got caught up in some serious accusations involving a woman at his Las Vegas mansion. But here's the shocking part. Allegedly, it was Floyd who convinced the woman to go to the cops. Now let's pause right there, because if this is true, it would mean that Floyd Mayweather literally helped set up Mike Tyson. Daryl Francis, one of Mike's former assistants, later came out and backed these claims. He straight up said that Floyd told the woman to file a police report and accuse Mike of kidnapping and something even worse. And that accusation? It led to the police raiding Mike's home. Mike himself later talked about this to Boxing Junkie, saying that some serious people told him about Floyd's involvement. And when asked if this was the reason he cut Floyd off, Mike said, "I'm good with it now. You can forgive, but you have to remember." So yeah, he never forgot. And if you've been paying attention, you can still see the tension between Mike and Floyd, even years later. They never went full on public with their beef, but the shade? It's been flying for years. Like, let's talk about 2015, when Floyd came out and declared that he was the greatest boxer of all time. Not just great, but better than Muhammad Ali. And if you know Mike Tyson, you know he was never gonna let that slide. Mike immediately clapped back, calling Floyd delusional and even saying that he's just a small scared man. Ouch. But let's be real, Mike Tyson has never held back when it comes to Floyd. And now, seeing Big Meech and Lil Meech link up with Mayweather right after betraying 50 Cent, Mike's just shaking his head, because in his eyes, this is just another bad decision waiting to blow up in their faces. And if Mike Tyson is telling you to be careful with a business deal, you might want to listen.
Ali, the same fighter that got beat by a fighter with 7 fights. Every time boxing come on, you don't bring up Muhammad Ali name. You don't bring up Mike Tyson name. You always bring up Floyd Mayweather name.
What do you think about Floyd talking about greater than Ali?
He's very delusional. If he was anywhere near that realm of greater than Ali, he'd be able to take his kids to school by himself.
There you go.
Okay, he can't take his kid to school by himself. And he talking about he's great. Greatness is not guarding yourself from the people. Greatness is being accepted by the people. He can't take his kids alone to school by himself. He's a little scared man. He's a very small, scared man.
Thank you, sir.
Now, with all this history and tension between Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather, you already know fans have been asking the big question. What if they actually fought? Who would win? And if you thought Mike was about to be humble about it, nah. Back in 2019, Mike was doing a Q&A for GQ magazine when a fan asked how he'd do against Floyd in a street fight. And listen, Mike did not hold back. He basically laughed off the idea and said it wouldn't even be a match. And let's be honest, Mike Tyson in his prime, a beast. Floyd Mayweather, a tactical defensive genius, but in the ring. A street fight, that's a whole different ball game.
Who would win in a street fight between Mike Tyson in his prime and Floyd Mayweather? I think I would really kick Floyd's ass in the street fight. Wouldn't even be no match. But
now, Mike did give Floyd his props, saying that if they were the same size and fought in a clean professional boxing match, Floyd would probably win on points. But hold up, because later on, Mike made it very clear that if he ever got the chance to fight Floyd, it wouldn't be clean. When Showbox TV asked him about facing Floyd, Mike straight up said, "We can never fight, of course, because of the weight difference. But I wouldn't fight him the way they fought him. I'd be mean. I'd be dirty. It's impossible to fight this guy clean. You can't fight this guy clean." Whew. Mike basically said if he ever got in the ring with Floyd, he'd throw the rule book out the window. Now, they don't cross paths much these days, but trust, when they do, the energy is icy. And let's not forget, Mike has been ringside at Floyd's matches plenty of times, but instead of hyping him up, he'll turn around and shade him in interviews right after.
Contemporary fighter do you most enjoy watching right now?
Out of the big time fighters now?
Yeah.
Pacquiao looks sensational with that fight. Oh, no fighter, and you as my witness, as any expert, no fighter looks more sensational than the Pacquiao looked the other night. No fighter, name a fighter looked more sensational than Manny Pacquiao did that the night he fought.
Let me sneeze and say Floyd Mayweather. How do I sneeze and say Floyd Mayweather?
All right, hey, listen. Then that shows that you're a neophyte in boxing. You know nothing about boxing.
Well, excuse me?
Because no.
What? I ain't hear you, Mike. What'd you say?
You don't know much about boxing.
You're a little uncomfortable up here.
No one said who was better. I said there's nobody in boxing that fighting that looks sensational.
Sensational.
The way that Pacquiao did against Rio.
Back in 2015, one of the most unexpected moments between Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather went down at the WBC convention at the Mirage Hotel in Vegas. Now, both men were there among other big names in boxing, but all eyes were on Mike as he made his rounds greeting everyone. And then, boom, he gets to Floyd. But instead of a simple handshake, Mike faked like he was about to throw one of his infamous right hooks before pulling Floyd in for a hug, laughing it off like it was all jokes. But was it really? Because while Floyd played it cool, standing firm without even flinching, you could cut the tension in the air with a knife. See, this wasn't just a random playful moment. It was years of unspoken tension bubbling to the surface. And that moment was just another sign that Mike and Floyd were never going to be on good terms. And now, fast forward to today, Mike backing 50 Cent against Floyd and the Meeches makes total sense.
Thank you, Mike. We won't get to President Trump much shortly. First, let's go down to another boxing legend joining us tonight. He's just as much in the ring as outside the ring as.
Now let's rewind the clock and break it all the way down, because Mike and 50 might not seem like an obvious duo, but their common enemy made them unlikely allies. Unlike Mike, 50 Cent and Floyd actually started off as real friends. They were locked in, rolling together, flashing money, and making business moves. That is, until things went left around 2012, when Floyd's legal troubles started piling up. Now, 50 claimed that while Floyd was serving time for domestic issues with his ex, Josie Harris, Floyd personally asked him to step in and take over his promotions company. And being the businessman that he is, 50 put in the work. He built the money team, brought in new fighters, and started laying the groundwork to turn Floyd's brand into a real empire. So naturally, when Floyd got out, 50 expected to get paid for the millions he helped secure. But instead of running him his check, Floyd allegedly acted like he didn't even know him. And that was strike one. From that point on, the friendship wasn't the same. 50 felt played. And let's be honest, if there's one person you don't want to owe money to, it's 50 Cent. He's the king of petty and has no problem making sure everyone knows when you cross him. And that's exactly what he did.
Yeah. This looked like a friendship that was gonna last a lifetime. What the hell happened between 50 Cent and Floyd Mayweather?
Well, he changed his mind.
Now, what do you mean he changed his mind?
Like, as he was actually going in to jail, he asked me to help him with Mayweather promotion.
Right.
Then as he actually got in and I took a look, I realized there is no Mayweather promotions. There's no LLC, there's no seal, it's not incorporated. It's just
a name.
Yeah, that
comes up people on.
Right. See, technically, Floyd is a Golden Boy fighter. You see what I'm saying? He fights on every Golden Boy card. They do all the footwork on
like
every
the negotiations show. And the imprint, the paperwork.
They built the whole show. So when he says helping with Mayweather promotions and it's not there, I go, okay, I know what he means. He wants me to
get it together.
Put it together for him. So I do TNT promotions. I get it all the way together. Sign the actual fighters. We had acquisition of Gamboa. It's like I had a negotiated release. It was 1.2 million. Andre Durrell, IBF champion Billy Dip, WBA champion Celestino Calaveras. So we brought them over. I brought him over while Floyd was, incarcerated. Yeah. Then he comes home. There's the Let's Get Floyd Back in Pocket campaign that goes on, where it's $300,000 chain being bought and buying a new Lamborghini and all these new things, and I'm sitting there going, yo, when you gonna give me the money?
Cause you're already invested.
Right, like when you give me your half of the money back. But I ain't trying to press him because he just got out of jail.
Right.
So it's like, let him cool his heels before he...
Was that in the millions?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's sitting there big, and I'm like, yo, so when... But see, the fighters are an asset in themselves. They are that talent, regardless. Right. So I'm looking at him going, so there ain't no pressure there, but I'm saying, when is he gonna say he wants to give me the other half? Why I gotta ask you for it?
Right.
And then when he...
Are we talking over 2 million?
It's about that.
Oh, okay.
At that point, it was, invested in.
All right.
So look, he goes, when he finally does bring up the actual situation, he acted like he didn't know anything. Like, I didn't tell you how to do that. I didn't tell you to do that.
Floyd Mayweather wasn't about to let 50 Cent get the last word. He clapped back, saying that 50 was never actually owed anything, and that the real issue was 50 trying to cut out Floyd's longtime manager, Al Heyman. Floyd doubled down in an interview with Complex, saying, "If you choose not to be my friend anymore, then so be it. I don't owe anyone money." But come on, if there's one thing we all know about 50, It's that he does not let stuff slide, especially when it comes to money. And once Floyd tried to play him like that, 50 went full petty mode. That's when he started clowning Floyd over those long-standing rumors that Floyd wasn't exactly the sharpest tool in the shed. And this is where things got hilariously messy. Back in 2014, when the Ice Bucket Challenge was taking over social media, 50 threw one of the wildest challenges ever. He said he'd donate $750,000 to any charity of Floyd's choice, but only if Floyd could read a single page from a Harry Potter book. Now, the internet ate that up because rumors had already been circulating about Floyd allegedly struggling with literacy.
This is a special ASLELS challenge for you, Floyd. If you can read one full page of a Harry Potter book, I'll give $750,000 to whatever charitable organization you want to. Fuck it, all right.
But 50 didn't stop there. Oh no, he took it even further. He later claimed that Jimmy Kimmel himself reached out, saying they could do the challenge live on his show to really see if Floyd could handle it. But 50, being extra as always, said that if Harry Potter was too advanced, Floyd could read a page from The Cat in the Hat instead. The shade was insane.
Call for my man Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy said if Floyd accepts the challenge, then he'll put it on the actual show, so you can read it on the show. We don't want to put pressure on you. We know you can't pronounce those words in that Harry Potter book, so we're gonna let you read Cat in the Hat.
And just when it seemed like Floyd might ignore the jab, he clapped back in the most Floyd Mayweather way possible, by flexing his money. A few days later, Floyd posted a picture of massive checks totaling $72,276,000 with the caption, "Read this." Now, was it a solid comeback? Maybe. But 50 wasn't buying it. He continued dragging Floyd for allegedly faking his wealth, constantly accusing him of pretending to have way more money than he actually did. And this back and forth didn't die down for years.
Somebody beat him, that's who he is.
Do you think he should step back in the ring?
I think he got to right now because the money gone.
So the money's really gone?
Yeah, that's what you think. Is fight, get the money, spend the money, fight.
But here's where things took a shocking turn. In 2020, Floyd appeared on the Champ Side podcast, where he flipped the entire script. He started calling out 50, saying that he was the real hypocrite for switching up on him over money. Floyd acted like he had been the bigger person all along, and that 50 was just bitter.
You can't hang out with me every day for years, then all of a sudden, if I don't give you half of my company, now it's, oh, you're dumb and you're stupid and you can't do this and you can't do that. But if I can't do all these things, why are you hanging around me? That's all I'm trying to ask. If I'm such a person that don't know certain things and I'm not that sharp, why are you going to be around me every day?
Now, at first, 50 kept quiet. But come on, we know he was just waiting for the perfect moment to clap back. And when that moment finally came, he did not hold back. When those shocking allegations about Diddy started surfacing, Floyd made some really bizarre comments. He claimed he'd never speak badly about Diddy, even if Diddy did something bad to his own daughter. Now that statement was wild, and people immediately started giving Floyd the side eye. And guess who was waiting in the wings ready to pounce? Yep, 50 Cent.
I'm not going to speak bad about P. Diddy because he's still a black man. Mistakes happen. Even if that happened to my daughter, I would be hurt. But that's the choice that my daughter made.
And you already know 50 Cent was not about to stay quiet on this one. The moment Floyd's interview about Diddy hit the internet, 50 wasted no time cooking him. He jumped on Instagram and posted a clip from the interview, dragging Floyd for filth with a caption that read, "They didn't even ask him about this. Champ, is you stupid or is you dumb? Get me the F out your head, you sound like a hater. Did he do it? Coming soon." Ooh. 50 was on his usual petty timing, but it didn't stop there. He went for the jugular in another post, which has since been deleted, but trust me, the internet never forgets. In the post, 50 went all the way in on Floyd, saying, "I was chilling till this guy come around trying to defend SA, even saying if it was his daughter, it would be her choice." Now, let's be real. That was a wild thing for Floyd to say, and 50 made sure the world knew just how reckless that statement was. And this is exactly why Mike Tyson is now fully standing with 50. See, with all the back and forth, the betrayals, and the money moves gone wrong, Mike has probably been watching from the sidelines just waiting for Floyd to fumble again. And now that Big Meech and Lil Meech have linked up with Floyd, Mike knows exactly how this is going to play out. Because let's keep it real, Floyd's track record with business partnerships is shaky at best, and fans are already clowning Big Meech and his son, saying they're about to lose whatever money they've got left by trusting Floyd to guide them. So now the question is, are they making the biggest mistake of their lives? Is Mike Tyson and 50 Cent right to call them out? Or is Floyd actually trying to help them? Let me know what you think in the comments. And don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you never miss a drop. Stay locked in, my stars and hushers, and check out this next video because the tea just keeps spilling.